Hike, Hike, hike. Noun, a long walk, especially in the countryside. An increase in the cost of something, especially a large or unwanted increase. The recent hike in train fares came as a shock to commuters. Idiom, take a hike. As a verb, hike, to go for a long walk in the countryside. To increase the cost of something. Retailers have hiked up prices again. Phrasal hike something up. Hike is a verb to walk a long distance, especially in the countryside. We plan to hike from lake to lake. I have got to hike back to my car to get my jacket. To increase the cost of something, dairies have hiked milk prices again. Noun, a long walk, especially in the countryside. A 10-mile hike. An increase in the cost of something, especially a large or unwanted increase. A tax hike. Hike, noun, an increase in the amount or cost of something, especially a large or sudden increase. A pay wage hike. The governor is concerned that businesses might respond to a wage hike by cutting jobs. A price rate. A tax hike. A hike in said ethanol, a fuel made from corn, has seen a 30% hike in production in the past year. Hike verb, to increase the amount or cost of something, especially suddenly or by a large amount. Hike price or rates. The company announced it will hike prices on its cereals as much as 4% to cover higher grain and energy costs. The bank hiked interest rates by 1.5 percentage points, the largest rise in almost 2 years. Examples of hike: led by a highly autonomous senior echelon of the finance minister. The policy implied repeated interest rate hikes and an appreciating currency. Our ascent to heaven is more like scaling a sheer cliff than hiking a smooth mountain path. He hiked out to his service stations often alone to pursue his work. They generally are required to bring their own footwear, including waterproof boots, which may have been previously worn on farms or on hiking trips. Grain dealers drive off at 6 p.m., leaving tons of grain behind in village huts where they stock it in anticipation of price hikes. We only hiked across the island in search of a mythical coral reef and arriving in the indescribably hot mid-afternoon had stopped at a small coffee shop for lunch. Throughout the post-war years, such moderate wage hikes as the workers obtained set the patrons clamoring for higher prices. Grudging price rise encouraged the workers to press for higher wages. They will be losing an average of $21 a month in higher interest rates following three hikes of $7 a month. Many of us have personally experienced the consequences of six hikes in interest rates and the inconvenience of getting to work through two strikes. They are hiking, fishing, boating, swimming, riding, motor bus tours, museums, and information facilities. Year after year, prescription charges were hiked way above inflation. Two great pay hikes in a year have eroded that headroom to the point of disappearance. I can well imagine a child, as it were, hiking down the road and eventually remaining wherever convenient. The, the problem with insurance companies is that they have been hiking the level of payments considerably. Many cannot switch to shorter leases and face tax hikes of 4 and 10 times the present level. Thank you.